slow.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like every TA game you can look at the opponent's line and be like, oh, they have so many ways to do a TA, but
yeah.
I mean, it's also just to some extent the nature of the hero, but they are dire, and this could help them roach a bit. They're up against
remaining.
Ursa, another hero that loves to go into the pit, so in that sense, it does
5 seconds remaining.
make sense here. Fire.
I actually like this Vega draft better than the Empires, I think. If this was completely even teams, even footing, I think this Vega draft is a lot scarier. And
You know what I really like on the Vega draft is the Tusk plus Ursa duo. Snowball into Ursa just wailing on whoever he catches. That is a very dirty combo. To deal with.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of games where the weakness of Ursa is that he gets kited a lot. And he'll go BKB, but of course he gets down to that 5-second charge. But all this other slow that we talked about in Snare, Yule setups, Walrus punches, snowballs, there's a lot of lockdown, not traditional lockdown in the terms of stuns, but ways for Ursa to get up to somebody's face. And I think there's a lot of synergy around that front for sure.
The other interesting thing is it used to be that TA like dominated Shadow Fiend mid, but nowadays, Shadow Fiend, with the buffs he got to the raises, doing much higher damage at level 1, Shadow Fiend seems to break even at worst and generally win the matchup outright, just because he flash farms better, he can always push the lane, he gets his early souls easier because of the improved souls, and the improved damage to the Shadow raises, and emerges in good shape. So I'm curious to see if Resolution can just outplay FN mid, but
that's exactly what I was going to... I think the TA has the ease of execution disadvantage, and that Resolution is going to have to play this, not perfect, but maybe on that next level where if you're stuck without refraction charges, at least to absorb damage, the burst damage from the raises can catch you off guard. So No Fear will take the Earthshaker here for Empire. Looks like he'll be headed off lane, boots first on Force Shaker action. Resolution takes TA mid. Always want to fly on the support AA. Silent will be on the Bloodseeker headed to the safe lane. That leaves Aloha Dance here on the...
Right. Meanwhile, for Vega, leading 1-0 in the best of 3, we've got Seema the Slayer. He started off bottom, heading back towards the Rune. FN, who was sensational on Storm last game, will be playing Shadow Fiend this time around. He'll be going mid, has been pulled some regen. Pasha on your Ursa. We'll have going... starting the creep block off mid, I should say, will be Solo on the Naga and Mag in the off lane on the Tusk. So, do you want to point out the Radiant warded here and was immediately dewarded up near the Dire jungle. So, a bit of a disadvantage here for the Tusk off the bat.
Looking at
Radiant. Look at that. That's a cute, very cute, Oh, you missed. He used the Ice Shards to block in the creeps at the tower.
Oh.
So you like shoot the Ice Shard straight at the tower, and it like surrounds the tower, and the creeps get trapped back here.
Oh, that's interesting. We haven't seen that. We're seeing all sorts of cool things Tusk can do with his Ice Shards. Ooh, it looks like it'll be a 2-on-2 here in the mid as Solo joins FN, and Aloha Dance also rotates over. FN went for Necromastery, level 1.
Oh, he missed all of his last...
Yeah, that's pretty atypical. These days, most Shadow Fiends go for Raise at level 1, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that's much different.
Well, it's kind of matchup situational. You definitely go for... Well, okay, it's situational. So, if you're rushing bottle, you always go for Raise at level 1, because all you want to do is get the bottle out. He went stats build, which is more about trying to get some early souls through auto attacks, and then you farm up the bottle. So, in this situation, I'd say it's much more 50-50, but... Unfortunately, the lane pushed into his tower at the start. It looked like... I didn't see the Dire creep block, but I guess it wasn't very good, and... Result FN had a pretty rough time of it early on.
Next level mind games, you block a lot, the other team doesn't block at all, and...
He's 0-1, and TA's already 6-4, so this is going to be a tough start here for FN.
Yeah, we talk a lot about those initial few waves for the Shadow Fiend and how important they are, and now he's getting a couple last hits, but again, the tower making his life
I mean, he can catch up. Here. He's Shadow Fiend. He's not going to... It's not like the end of the world, but it isn't a great start.
It gives Resolution that little edge he needs to maybe continue this momentum. Now we see him getting very aggressive onto FN, putting a lot of damage into him.
Did get an extra pack of tangos here, so... Aloha Dance moving in, there's no Radiant Vision.
Uh-oh. Could this be a potential first blood? Telekinesis onto the low ground. FN will try to run to the bottom rune. Resolution looking to chase him down. They have the same exact movement speed. Resolution will opt to just back out. They see Solo on his way up.
Oh, but that hurts, because Shadow Fiend could have really used that double damage rune and grab it in the end. Important one to take it.
Still space for Resolution. That'll zone him out, and now he can just go right back to farming. All right, well, let's check in on the other lanes here, see how things are faring. Looks like the safe lane for Ursa is going just fine. Same with Silent.
They're going in again on mid. Aloha Dance just keeps on running in.
trying to push back the Shadow Fiend. It'll be TA to get the bounty rune up top and fill up the bottle.
And they haven't been stacking for him either. This is becoming an issue. They need to help FN more.
Now FN, he might be dead. Could this be her first blood? One more will do it. They get it. Oh my, Templar Assassin gets the bonus gold. Netted under the tower, but Resolution could still survive here perhaps. Yep, has some bottle charges. Uses the meld nicely, and we'll have refraction in just a couple of seconds. Now Shadow Fiend in big trouble. Not only does he die, it's the TA that gets credit for the kill. She's already besting him in last hits by a ridiculous margin. And just look at all the rotations. There's now 3 heroes in the mid lane. Mag's rotated in. We've seen the Naga come in as well. Naga not stacking. She's actually clearing out this Radiant camp that Shadow Fiend would normally look to recover with.
Yeah, I don't know. FN's going to need help. TA already has boots, bottle, completed wand. Shadow Fiend has just the Wraith Band and almost the gold for the boots. He's down a lot right now. It's going to get worse if they don't continuously protect him. TA will easily solo kill him. There's not even a TP scroll in FN right now. As far as the safe lanes go, they're pretty much a wash here. We do see Tusk getting picked off top. Okay. Not sure if you caught that.
No, I didn't. They were a wash, but that was a okay. No blood right on the Seeker either. Wow. Ooh, more coffee.
Well, yeah, Shaker level, about to hit level 3. Your Tusk, level 3 as well. So yeah, all lanes are even. Safe lanes are even. It's really just this mid lane.
Just the mid matchup that's giving Empire a 2k net worth lead already. You look at the numbers and it starts to add up. Quick TA, 22 to the 10 of Shadow Fiends still.
Really, 2k already?
Pretty massive. Tusk, level 3. Not getting much out of the offlane at the moment. He's rotating about. Looking to help this mid lane, but Dire have this great ward
TA
here.
with a haste rune. Come on, give FN a break. Poor guy. Any second now, there's a tower dive coming.
Yep, ready and waiting for it here. Tusk nearby. They're going to need all the help that they can get, but they know he's in the vicinity. Aloha Dance also lingering.
And the thing is now, even if there's no kills, Aloha Dance could just go back and focus on stacking and farming, and whether it's Ancients or big creeps, and you know, TAs can just sit mid and create space. Force the support rotations. Just allow Empire to play an economy game. So they have that option. They also have the option of just running at him and trying to kill him again. Which appears like it may be the first choice here.
Well, they will get some stacks going on here. Looks like a triple stack at the hard camp for FN. Be able to clear this out. This is a road to recovery here, at least a step in the right direction. Still having trouble finishing off some of the hard creeps as TA. It's
only a level 3 raise. Yeah. It's doable. It takes one extra
rotation there. So this is turning into a weird mid matchup where both offlaners have actually rotated mid. Even No Fear, he's lost control of this bottom lane, so he was headed mid just in case Vega tried to get aggressive and pressure the TA. Love a Fissure to break things up, but seems his efforts will not be needed as he rotates back down. FN now clearing out this medium camp, but TA's already got a trap down, so you could Dire, and they have some vision here. They know exactly what's going on and seem pretty comfortable just trading free farm for Resolution in the mid. While the Shadow Fiend goes into the jungle.
Aloha Dance, he self-smoked. I think he wants to catch the Shadow Fiend off in the jungle. Or the smoke broke, but I don't think they saw him because it's nighttime. Yeah, maybe it is the Curse Knight, but it's
6 minutes. He doesn't have the damage.
He's looking for the Ancient, or the creep stack.
Ah, so that's what it is. Wants to get this baby down. It's a warding mission.
Figured it was to maybe try to gank him farming those, but Shadow Fiend generally doesn't tank the neutrals as mid. There's your dive. Oh, they almost get the lift.
Oh, so close.
Punish Aloha Dance, mate. No, not even. The TA is... It doesn't even matter that she's not getting killed. She forces Shadow Fiend to TP. They've had to tri-lane or even quad lane mid. Yep. They're all fighting over very small scraps of farm.
Now they go on to Seema. Grave comes out straight away, and out comes the Snowball. Seema will just try to TP home. Will be successful. Grave lasts. So, like you said, still no kills, but I mean, domination from Empire's perspective. FN again. Look, he's already down to half health.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, this is what you used to see with TA Shadow Fiend, but again, it's not really a 1v1 here. The Rubik did a lot of work. They didn't have a ward for Shadow Fiend at this top spot. There was only a Dire ward there. Eventually, they've warded the hill, but the damage was already done at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never used to see this matchup go this way.
Yeah, and it comes at a cost of their offlane as well. Mag moves back up top as the creeps are coming into his tower just to leech some XP, but he's already missed out some by trying to support the mid. He could be a lot closer to level 6 as he just now turns 4. Phase boots up on the TA. We'll need to get a turn on the courier, but
Resolution's on the hunt, though. They've got traps in one. They've got a trap in one camp, a ward in another, and they're diving mid.
yep, they want it. Here we go. They find the Naga Siren. Solo probably happy that it's him that gets initiated on and not his Shadow Fiend. They will start to retreat as, whoa, here comes Big Bad Ursa. Aloha Dance left behind, and Pasha will get one up on the scoreboard for Vega. Nice rotation there.
Finally.
Much needed.
I mean, the real winner here is Silent, who's just free farming top lane. Gets the Midas, has the treads, 500 gold up on the Ursa, as you would expect. We're going to see Solo warding out the pit, though. And with TA and Bloodseeker, you could see a very early Rosh attempt from the Dire. At the same time, Ursa also has the potential to walk into the pit quite early.
Radiant's middle
Hard to
tower
put
is
that
under attack.
sentry ward down, though. Ursa, yeah, he's got the lifesteal ward mask up.
Insta D-ward. That hurts.
Oh, yeah. All right, they're privy to it. I mean, this is that timing when Ursa will try to start to sneak in towards the pit. He has the lifesteal. He can do it, and he might just rush a Blink Dagger here. 1960 gold. Looking to be a great timing for Pasha. He's also been free farming for most of this game, so not surprising to see him at the top of the net worth chart. God, they block another camp here. Look at this.
The one thing that concerns me, yeah, this is tough for Shadow Fiend. They're really countering the jungle game with the TA traps, and you know, normally you think of TA traps, they're obviously great for chasing. They often are used to kind of counter Rosh attempts, but you don't always see them used this aggressively to try and control the enemy jungle. But when you're up against Shadow Fiend and his main way of coming back is to go to the jungle, really a nice way either to punish him directly or to just play around the fact that he's being useless in the jungle and go kill his teammates. Cool tactic here by Empire.
True, and now Empire will smoke up and rotate down bottom.
They're about to get Ice Blast as well. Always want to fly is one creep from it. I think he gets it after this range creep, and yeah, there you go. This could be really bad bottom.
All right, Ursa actually TP's out. He rotates top, so it's just Seema the Slayer. This poor Dazzle. He's got a TP scroll, and they'll telekinesis him. Yeah, I'm not even going to be able to get off the grave.
Blinking forward top, but I think always want to fly Saul and blink. Ice Shards. Oh, it doesn't actually connect. He needs this clap, but he doesn't get it. Then they snowball. He picks up the Ursa along the way. Beautiful combo play. Vega do secure the kill in the end, but here comes the rotation. Silent has Rupture. There's no TP. Pasha's gonna have to stand his ground and fight. Blood Ray comes out, needs to clap, and he'll just end up getting eviscerated by the Blood Rose.
And on the other side, Tusk does manage to TP out, but great trade for Empire. 2 for 1 around the map, and ultimately Ursa for AA is good stuff for Empire. Also, it was the Bloodseeker that got that kill, so their carry's still getting something out of it.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Curious what build Silent will go into here. I wonder if having all of this space and this extra bout of farm will actually have him switch things up. And it will. He goes for a Blade Mail first item. We've seen a lot of Yasha
Great
rushes.
item against Ursa.
But yeah, this was a smart pickup.
Yeah, come hit me with your Fury Swipes, buddy. How's that taste? Not so sweet.
The other great thing about getting it this early is it kind of makes up for the Midas in that it just gives you really great stats. Some extra mana, extra armor, extra damage, everything you need outside of just the active. Very well-rounded on a hero like Bloodseeker that's sort of always in the front lines, always going in aggressive, right in your face.
And the way that the game's progressing, Empire doesn't want to be just farming. Although they do benefit from it and they'll want to get their items. It's more... They're up against some heroes that are really weak right now. Shadow Fiend, very weak right now. No big items, no Yules, no mech, no BKB. He can be dove quite hard. You've got all your core levels. The only big thing that they would want to pick up is probably the Blink on Shaker, but they don't really need it for now. And I think, given that, getting something that lets them fight now, early and often, is the ideal pickup for us.
Yeah. Pasha with his Blink hasn't seen any progression since then. Still farming pretty well, though, the Bloodseeker. It's like we talked about in the draft. It seems like every game there's some scenario where he either gets a lot of farm and gets a Midas, or he just gets a couple of kills, and he's comfortably #1 by 2k up on the leading farmers of the Radiant side. So Shadow Fiend gets a tier 1 tower mid while the TA roams about. That's something for Vega.
Oh, really? He's got a Haster in here. FN pushing up.
Well, Rupture, the counter to the Hastrune here as he tries to run away, moves into the tree line, but Fissure will snipe him down, and it's No Fear that gets credit for that one. A bit ambitious there from FN, I think, to say the least.
Well, he had just a sensational game one, but maybe we see the pub aspect of things coming out. Low dance will get caught top by the Tusk.
Oh, telekinesis. Tusk. Do you have a snowball here? No, he already used it.
And they found the Naga. Those wards and traps off in the Radiant jungle doing work here. Looks like an Echo Slam was used to complete that kill.
Oh, Mag could have possibly caught the Rubik. Guesses with the ice shards and will guess the wrong direction. Now Aloha Dance has a friend inbound. They might try to turn it around, give Mag a taste of his own medicine. Silent, just lingering nearby. It is nighttime, so they can initiate this a little bit easier. Here we go, Bloodright, Telekinesis, what a combo, LD, but they mistime it just barely. Snowball, Walrus Punch, this Rubik is in trouble. In comes Pasha as well. They bring down the Tusk, but now it's Resolution and Silent versus Pasha. I think this Ursa's in trouble, now more reinforcements. Solo's here, it's Silent getting low, Ice Blast flying in as well. Pasha brings down the Seeker, ends the killing spree.
Well, they have a Sentry Ward, the song comes out, they might be able to set up on the TA.
No,
they're not going to chance it.
Yeah, with a Blink Dagger, though, yeah, gonna be just fine.
So he wants to go in. Resolution chasing.
Okay, so an awkward little exchange up there, but it's Vega that get the big dividends, a 1,300 swing, and it's their Ursa that gets the big return, ending that spree.
Huge play by Mag, just spamming that snowball for all he's worth, gets it off.
It was really close, too.
The Bloodright not quite able to catch him, and as a result, he gets the kill on the Rubik. He's able to distract the Bloodseeker. Then they kill the Bloodseeker, who they needed to slow down. He's, even after the death, still way on top.
So this play in mid just gives you a perfect anecdotal example of how dominant this lane has been. Resolution just sort of waves at the Shadow Fiend, pokes him once. First thing the Shadow Fiend does, TP out. That's it, I'm done. I don't even want to run. My teammates are nearby. I'm out. I don't want to mess around with this. I mean, Resolution is just a complete bully at this stage, and now Empire move into the Roche Pit. Usually this is the advantage that Ursa feels early on, but Empire will take it out from under him.
Gonna Blood Rage the big guy, just so he drops a little bit quicker here. Refraction tanking all that damage. Cool way to kill the Roach faster. Goes with the melt nicely, and well, they don't have a song. I really don't think they can contest this. He's gonna try though. He blinks in onto the entire enemy team. Does manage to kill the Rubik off the bat. Silent's gonna blade mail. He's not the Aegis carrier. Requiem comes out. They're actually fighting this and taking it. I don't think Empire expected any sort of contest. Silent still sitting in the pit, has no TP, no way out. Sigil's gonna find him, snowball forward. There's your uppercut from the Walrus Punch. Almost finishes him off. One more raise, and no, an auto attack will do it. Now Resolution, that's 3 down off the bat. The Aegis also expiring and getting popped. Wow. What a great fight.
That was all without a song and a siren. I completely agree with you, though. It seemed like Empire got a little too comfortable resting on their laurels. Like, okay, they won't contest us. And Vega just charges in there. No holds barred.
The thinking is, okay, the Shadow Fiend just TP towards base, so he's not going to be able to get there in time. They have no song. This is the perfect time to go Roche. But Ursa just jumps in, instantly finds the Rubik.
He went full man mode, dude.
Best hero to find, I think, off the bat, because the AA is not likely to be caught. The Shaker is a little bit too tanky to kill that quickly, and the Rubik has some serious big play potential, but doesn't end up getting anything off.
No, this felt like Empire's game early on, especially seeing that mid lane disparity, but this is closing the gap.
If it's an even game, I think it's, well, I guess it's anyone's game. I don't know either team has a clear advantage. I'd maybe slightly lean towards Vega just because I think they have more ways to reset the fights if they don't go well, and also their reset tools can be used offensively. So they've Brave, they have the Song, they have the Snowball. A little bit like safer for them to take risks, but still Empire with the big play potential, the Fissure into the Bloodright, the Ice Blast over the top. But that's a harder combo to hit than what Vega have.
Yeah, absolutely. They need that perfect choreography to have a super convincing fight. Earthshaker getting close to his Blink Dagger. That'll certainly help. About 1,300 gold right now. And we haven't talked about the Naga's build or really thought about what Solo is going to go for. If he tries to pull for the Relic, we'll see a couple fights break out. So maybe hold that thought. But yeah, it seems like it. FN about to get soloed by Resolution. He'll eat a bounty room before he falls.
Story of this game.
And on the other side, looks like Mag
bottom. Solo may get caught here. He gets caught by the Bloodright. Song's going to come out, but it silences him, and TP out. We'll have to go.
And on the other side, Seema and Aloha Dance just duking it out right now. Seema will kind of win the duel as he heads back.
Snowball does find him.
Oh, in comes Pasha as well. They bring down the Rubik. Can they find a few more? Mag will not get the cold feet. Always on a fly, tries to TP home. The interrupt not there in time. Walrus Punch still on cooldown. Yeah, no way to stop him. So, man, a lot of kills around the map, but Shadow Fiend will fall for the Radiant.
Definitely a win overall there for Empire, though. Killing the Shadow Fiend, only losing the Rubik. They also got the, of course, the Naga Song on TP, and now Silent. Really pushing this bottom lane. He will go into BKB. Doesn't block a whole lot, but and they still have the net and the Walrus Punch to go for it. But I suppose versus the Shadow Fiend nukes, it's still a lot of outgoing damage.
Yeah, so Naga... Alright, that answers some of our questions. She was starting to get close to that, like, 2k gold mark, and just picks up a Medallion of Courage. So we'll continue to buy utility items. Could still end up getting a Radiance at some point this game. It kind of depends on how the team fights go, but being much more interactive with the team. Still finding some good farm and getting some support items. Actually has a ward. I
mean, the game started with him just farming the camps that normally you see support stacking for Shadow Fiend. So yeah. I was like, is this going to be one of those games where, you know, there's like that... There was a moment at TI3 where Chuan was losing really badly. IG was. And he went for a Midas on Triad Protector when they were playing from behind. And this was like at a time where that just did not make sense at all. And everyone's like, okay, Chuan is just giving up on this game. He's raging or, you know, just playing selfish. Basically telling the team, I have no faith in you. I was wondering if that was... Solo was starting to worry a little bit, but... Oh, C-Mate just canceled his TP. Now he's got no way out from Resolution. Does throw out the weave, but gets fissured, can't even grave, and down he goes.
Yeah, even if he graves there without the TP, your chance of escape.
They're going for more now. Shadow Fiend does have a blink, though. Ooh, okay. This blink is definitely saving his life.
Yeah, but Solo, he's going to get sandwiched. He walks right into the trap. He had still only a level 1 song. They even use an Echo Slam for this. That'll make a 2-0 as Empire get a few more up on the scoreboard. Both supports biting the bullet.
Middle tower is under
Seems like the
attack.
Bloodseeker TA can just run around killing anyone, basically, aside from Ursa.
Ursa does have a BKB now, also.
Gary.
A lot easier.
Still Rupture to deal with him. TK's good physical damage. Almost a Deso. Oh, when she gets a Deso, that's really going to hurt the Ursa.
And blinks forward, goes in onto the Ursa. Here we go. Rupture as well as a Blood Right and a Fissure use. So just try to TP home, and he will.
There's your 19-minute Deso Blink phase, Aquila. And he's not even the most farmed hero. That title goes to the Bloodseeker.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, Rubik managed to steal Enrage. That's kind of cool. Not a steal you see that often.
No, it's not.
I guess it gives him a get out of jail free card.
They fissured to cancel FN's TP. Now he's in trouble. He's thinking about a Requiem.
They're going to catch Mag here.
Almost going to hit No Fear. There's the Requiem. And TP out from Tusk. Blink out from Shadow Fiend. They're both going to live. Very nice. Put Meanwhile mid.
Yep. TP out as well. Okay, everybody lives. Yay.
Enrage comes into play. Didn't even take damage.
Yeah, there you go. Now, Bloodseeker did use his 10-second BKB in that little skirmish there in the jungle, mostly to get away. So... minor loss for them.
What a weird game. 8-10.
Really
weird fights all over the place. Empire takes Roche. Looks like it's going to be a freebie. Then Vega have just an excellent team fight. Then Vega just start getting picked off again. Now everybody's just TPing out. Crazy escapes. We're getting it all here today.
And now always on a fly. Hand of Midas completed. Pre-20 minutes. Oh, Pasha comes in. Does get hit by an Ice Blast, but BKB is right away. Now FN goes back in. They want a low hot dance, and they'll catch him. But can they find some more? Nope, Shadow Fiend gets popped.
Resolution's got to be careful here.
Pasha's in trouble.
Pasha, rather.
Yeah, he's going down. Trap connects. It's a 1-on-4. Nothing the Bear can do. And that will be a 2-0, actually. Both of the big cores on the Radiant side getting picked.
I have not seen a Shadow Fiend get wrecked this hard in a while. It's been a tale of two games here. 2 cities, really, for Vega. Game 1, it's the highest of highs for the stand-in FN, and Game 2, feeling like the lowest of lows, just getting wrecked all over the place.
Well, TA clearing out some Ancients here, putting those side blades to good use. Looks like just a triple stack, but she just picked up that Deso, and now already back towards 2,000 gold. Probably a BKB on the horizon before too long here as Empire smokes up around the Roche pit.
Screw that, man. You go crit stick right now.
Oh, that's true. They might have... I think they smoked just barely in vision of that ward. They were right on the edge of it.
Maybe. I don't seem to be playing too careful, though.
Vega might not have noticed it. Could have just been on that edge. Yep, Seema walks right into it, so... Alright, I guess not.
But Aloha Dance has eyes only for FN. He'll reluctantly end up using the lift elsewhere. They get the second kill, bringing down the Shadow Fiend. Now the turn from Ursa takes 1. They need more, though. They're going to get a second kill, a 2 for 2. But Shadow Fiend dying again. Very painful.
Yeah. 2 supports for a core.
Solo did have a song there to try and catch TA, but she always has the blink, and Not a guaranteed play that you managed to cancel that for.
It is a level 2 song now, so Solo can use it a little bit more often if he's so inclined.
Okay, now I think he's going relic. No, is he? Okay, never mind. No.
Solar Crest.
He is going Solar Crest.
Going full utility here.
And the evasion will be nice. It definitely helps a lot against the TA. I guess it will make the Ursa and Shadow Fiend a bit more survivable, but I feel like the Shadow Fiend's just unsalvageably poor. How do you get him back in the game?
Well, stacks are the first thing that comes to mind, but that's much easier said than done, given all that vision that Empire has, the TA traps. They can steal stacks pretty easily, and on top of that, Ursa needs to farm the jungle. And, well, Tusk needs to farm a little bit as well. They've got some Ancients he could work on. I don't know. I mean, for Vega, is there come a point where you just need to do a YOLO smoke-type play and try to take a team fight, set up with Solo? See Resolution in pretty deep here. They will burn a dust for this, but Mag losing the man fight here against the pretty TA. Aloha Dance on his way in. No spell stolen quite yet. Resolution, man, he is just damn tanky. Now Solo isolated from the rest of his team. He doesn't have a Song of the Siren, but crowd controlled right now. He'll be the one that gets Grave. They bring down the Rubik as he's on the other side of the fissure. And No Fear will try to TP out successfully.
Oh, that hurts. That would have been a nice time to get a second kill. Are they going for Roche? They are. But TA's in the neighborhood, has a trap there as well. Immediate bash on Pasha, not a great way to start this Roche.
Okay.
This will drop quickly, but look who's waiting. Silent's going to get off a Blood Right on 3 heroes, potentially. They got to get over to the corner. They do dodge it. Song comes out now. On to Silent. They try to finish the Rose. I think that's premature by Solo. Resolution may have a shot here. Song's going to wear off. Blink in. He doesn't snatch the Aegis. Actually, it ends up going the way of the Radiant. Huge fight now breaking out for Vega. They kill off the TA. They grab their precious Aegis and get it on Pasha. And, well, from here, Silent and FN duke it out. TP on home. He'll make it out to safety. Ursa now wants to go fight with Silent. There's the net, and he's going to get slapped apart. Rubik needs a lift here to interrupt this one. He doesn't, because there's still a BKB going. Aloha Dance going to go down, it looks like, and while that's happening, No Fear's been trapped in by the shards. The Sigil there, Snowball on forward. Everybody being run down. Vega just cleaning house. Shaker down. Could be Aloha Dance next. No, never mind. Solo's overextended and fed his life away. Pasha says, I don't want any part of that. We'll just retreat out. But still, a gargantuan win overall for Vega. 3k gold. They get the Aegis, they get the Roche kill, and they hang on to the Aegis even after the fight.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so...
oh, yeah, indeed, man.
That was... Whew. This is another... it's been a topsy-turvy series. Just look at this graph. This game has been all over the place with Empire spiking ahead and then Vega just coming right back. It feels like the Roche bit is just the bane of this dire team. We'll see Mag, Shadow Blade on, trying to chase down the Apparition, and yeah, that's an easy pick off there. Nice solo kill. So I was preoccupied. Rubik's Stoli and Power. He turns yellow when he... Look at him. Does that happen on yours or is that a bug? That's... Why does he turn yellow?
Overpower?
Yeah, when he uses Overpower, he turns
I think Ursa has a slight yellow effect.
Dude, he looks like he's made out of gold. He's like a gold demigod when he uses it. It's bad. Just use it again, Aloha Dance. Look awesome. It's really cool. It almost looks like he's BKB'd. It's not quite as glowy, but it was very jarring. I was like, what is going on here? I thought he had a magic immunity at first.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a Rubik. Has no Fury swipes, has no damage.
Yeah.
Quite a useless steal, but it does look cool.
Well, it does let him do some burst damage. You get a flurry of auto attacks, just dook, 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 dook. I mean, it's not the best, but there are worse steals for Rubik, I suppose.
I don't know about that. It's pretty bad, man. You don't want to be auto attacking as Rubik.
Yeah, look at him. See? Look at that. He turns bright yellow.
Oh, wow. That's
bright. See, look, he'll use it to farm. Right. It's not so bad.
He killed off the little troll with a single overpower.
Alright, that's pretty
little
bad.
Troll he killed.
Oh, Mag, he's just scouting it out. He sees quite a few heroes here, and he'll back out. Does not want to trade one for one.
They could isolate Silent, perhaps.
Solo pickoffs. Shadow Blade build. Now
suddenly a BKB on Shadow Fiend, by the way. I think that's the biggest thing to come out of that Roche fight.
Yeah, team fight. There you go. I mean, that's. I'm pretty sure FNN got the credit for finishing off the TA spree in that fight, if I'm not mistaken. So
they just smoked.
He got a huge amount out of that.
That's the death of always want to fly.
Well, good night, Fleet Frosty. Not the target they were hoping for, but it'll do.
While this is going on, Solo pushes out bottom. He does have a Glimmer Cape as well. And with the evasion, very difficult to kill, and they're going to isolate someone else. Aloha Dance perhaps getting caught out here. Mag, does he have the vision? He's trying to walk in for a Walrus Punch. He's not quite in range.
Yeah, can't quite get it. Now they'll just pressure the tier 2 in the mid lane. Pasha with probably a Basher on the way. First Javelin picked up. suppose it could be an MKV if he thinks TA will go into evasion, but we'll see. And Rubik's ready to auto-attack here. He's charged up. We'll see what he...
Chat saying Rubik Arcana. It does look pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, doesn't it? It's at first I'm like, what the hell is that? I've never seen that before.
I think Ursa's what, like his arm, his hands glow when he casts it or something?
Yeah, it's like just his little paws.
For some reason, like all of Rubik glows with excitement.
Yeah,
They find Seema.
He gets isolated, even an Ice Blast flies through. This should be an easy dazzle. No, he gets off the grave. Song of the Siren to reset.
Could snowball through 3 heroes here with the Requiem Bomb coming over the top. Connects on 2. There's the shards. Mag still waiting for the snowball. Follow up onto Resolution. And this is before Fuzzy Wuzzy gets involved. And that's one angry bear marching in. Solo's going to have a net in 5. There's the blink. The follow up raises. It's an ultra for FN. This guy had the worst start you'll ever see. And man, is he coming back or what? Prompts a double buyback. TA jumping in won't get anything accomplished. In fact, they only get the dazzle, which they claimed at the very start of the fight. Although Pasha's being pursued, he has Aegis here, he has BKB. Might die twice if he dies once. He's just going to man up and go for it. Onto Resolution, gets off that initial bash. Silent will finish him off, and they may lose the Ursa a second time. This would be a pretty decent takedown. Blink out. Retreats. He's going to live for a while longer. He's got another overpower. More traps stacking up. Team still not quite there. Mag, can he snowball him away or in towards safety?
He's turning around.
He could blink and snowball in right now if he wants, but he's just going to hold it, and they're going to back.
You can see how much Empire are respecting the power of
They just
Vega
double
right
bought
here.
back as well. You cannot die back there.
Exactly. That's a fair point. But just respecting the power of this team and taking out the Aegis, that is definitely a victory. But, oh, here we go. Right in onto Aloha Dance. Gets a bash, and the Rubik will live on 8 HP. Just barely survives, but Silent low on the other side. Pasha just turns his sights. Ice Shards fly through. Silent now living on just a handful of HP as the Ice Blast comes out. So close for Vega, yet so far. Now Silent goes down as he runs back in. No buyback available. Ursa could fall as he's netted on the high ground on the other side. Mag gets off the snowball. If this is on Aloha Dance, could end up finding a kill. They end up killing the TA on the backside who tries to connect deep. Mag, oh, he ends up going down. Can't bring down Aloha Dance. But they try to, oh, the TA tried to commit on the Ursa and ended up dying.
Both of their cores just running at the bear. And let me tell you don't want to be poking Pasha in the eye right now. This guy is way too strong to be charging into head-on. That's a dieback on TA. Out of the game for 60 seconds. No Bloodseeker for 40. They do not have an Echo. Actually, it's up an 8. They could go now.
Here we go. Ice Blast not upgraded quite yet. BKB used. In goes FN. He'll finish off Aloha Dance. He's got the buyback.
Braves was ready for good measure. They may lose him on the way out, though. There's an Echo Slam ready. Need to grave or song now.
There we go.
There's your song. They're still chasing, though.
They may go back in with 3 dead.
I don't know if they realize the Echo's up here.
Tier 3 towers still very healthy.
Healing up.
Okay. There are still 2 Tier 3
in
towers
the Ursa.
standing.
Oh.
BKB on. 4 staff back.
I love the way they're using this Glimmer Cape. It's like they're using it as like a ghetto Shadow Blade, basically.
Yeah.
Really cool to see.
Yeah, very smart. So they'll do a little bit of chip damage to the tower, seeing the cores coming back. Vega very happy with that series of fights. The Roshan one even way before that, forcing a few buybacks, not conceding too many casualties, basically just their Aegis. Look at that graph. They are ahead by the biggest lead we've seen this game. 7,500 gold, 10k XP is now Silent. Could be isolated down bottom. He's got the Silver Edge. He will use it to try to make some space. Now BKBs, but it's snare from the Aegis. Oh my god, Silent is dead again. Still without buyback here, LD.
Jesus. Silent's been having a rough game all of a sudden, as top lane FN will be split pushing backs up a bit.
Whoa! Echo from No Fear on 4! He's all by himself! He gets the first kill, ends up going down. Almost a big play, but now he's dead, no buyback, and no Echo!
What is going on?
What are they doing? What's happening?
Back down mid, boys. I actually don't know if Vega want to go down mid, though. They're very low. They have a gem. This is a risky time to go for that play. And a Glimmer in from Solo, but there's a Sentry. Oh, they're going to deward it.
Okay, now a full butterfly.
Take the tier 2. You want to heal here. Roche is potentially coming up fairly soon. It's not the right time to, like, force it too much, I don't think.
Yeah.
If they were full HP and mana, I think you go down mid, but...
Yeah, I agree. They'll
gotta
play
take a breather if you're Vega.
And sit back and be happy with all of this income you found. And man, that was such a nice Echo setup.
Is now the highest fragger in the game, 9 kills, topping the kill chart. He's right there with Bloodseeker net worth.
My gosh.
FN has just made a marvelous comeback. He gets the butterfly now. Great against TA and Bloodseeker.
If only they could have coordinated that Echo with an Ice Blast. It was on 4 heroes, so
Could have been
much
a 4
damage
hero
from the
kill,
Shaker.
yeah.
It was the perfect setup, but there just wasn't enough follow-up to get the kills. If only Silent was still alive for that, he could have really cleaned up. How the tables have turned. Now the Shadow Fiend TP's back home. Ursa gets BOTs. They've got 2 Glimmer Capes now. Mag probably...
And it looks like they're going to be building a Halberd next on the Naga. This utility not farmed 4-position Nagas. Terrifying. TA is going to be useless in most of the fights. Still has no BKB. Will be getting disarmed every single engagement. Plus, can't even count on getting auto attacks off because of well, first the Glimmer Cape, and then secondly the Solar Crest. And then they've got, like you mentioned, just for backup, the second Glimmer Cape, the Weave, the Grave. Good luck getting kills of your Empire unless you find that epic Echo again.
Yeah. They've got
said than done.
safety Glimmer Capes at this point. They've got one to initiate and one to
Glimmer
disengage.
Capes have their own Glimmer Capes. You can hide the fact that you have a Glimmer Cape.
Yeah, and the other thing about Naga getting both the Solar Crest as well as the Halberd is that evasion really starts to add up. It stacks multiplicatively, so it's like a 40% evasion or so, but about as much as a Butterfly like the Shadow Fiend has, except Empire have absolutely no way to deal with it. MKB is out on resolution. Sorry, I spoke too soon. He did complete it. They have one tool to deal with it, and it's just the TA.
Meanwhile, Pasha just going ham top lane. That's one hero munched down. Rubik will steal the Enrage, makes him a lot tankier. Okay, FN now getting caught though. There's the Rupture, has the BKB available. Needs to pop it. Snowball gonna save him from the silence, and then they're gonna roll him forward. He doesn't take any damage during the fight, even though he's ruptured, and it will be wearing off soon. Requiem gets healed up. That is a BKB charge down. They can't quite catch No Fear, who has an Echo.
But Silent could be in trouble here. He's already used his BKB. That's a dire sentry, so he'll be all right for now.
Seems like Empire kind of want to fight. They're marching in, but Illusion's scouting their every movement. No Fear. Searching for the opening. Riptide going to disable his Blink Dagger. Can they get in close? Pasha wants to jump him. Blink. There. He's found him, but doesn't have the BKB follow-up. They need more lockdown. They snowball in with the Deso punch down by Mag. Ending the Earthshaker. Now the snowball stolen. Where's he going? Not too sure. Well, he's going back to the well. That's where he's headed.
Yeah, the snowball gets melted. Now 2 dead. Shaker does not have a buyback. He has the Echo. He is a core piece of their defensive structures here. They'll have a buyback available on the Rubik. See if he burns it. Silent, nowhere to be found. He's just split pushing up top. He's got a TP scroll at this tier 3 tower taking a lot of damage. They will glyph it. Ice Blast connects on 2.
Did they have a creep in the base when this started or something?
They must have. There must have been one that got killed by the tower or something.
Sneaky bastard that made his way in.
One of those little range creeps that was just there like, I want to fight too, guys, come on.
I still feel like backdoor protection is buggy. Like we had the other day where there was no creeps even in the neighborhood and there was no backdoor. That was really weird.
Mid lane of Barracks goes down. Silent isolated off to the side by Solo with a Song of the Siren. A TP will come to that bottom tier 3 tower. Now the rest of Vega will just retreat and head back to friendly territory. Vega, again, just playing with so much control. We talked about it a lot in the first game of knowing their strategy, not getting caught up, and we're ahead, let's just 5-man, and playing it very cautiously. And here, same story. They get a little bit ahead, they take a good Roche fight, they take a lane of Barracks, and they don't force the issue. They back up, they reset, look at their options. Playing very controlled Dota in this series.
They really are. Smoked here. Empire looking for a big play. They know the Roche could be up if isn't guaranteed to be up, and they're going to make their move. They do isolate Pasha, but he's probably the hardest hero to kill off.
He just used an Echo. Oh my, they used Echo Slam for this. This is scary.
They can't even kill the Ursa. The Rupture's going to wear off soon, and Snowballs protects him again. Mag with the plays. The rush is in. Hits resolution. May end up going down here eventually. Ursa still surviving for now. And
still so worth it. They shut down the Bloodseeker. He just gets chunked by the Shadow Fiend.
Goodness gracious. Now the crit. That's a completed Daedalus on FN. Ooh. You wouldn't even know this guy had a tough time mid. 12, 5, and 6. Abyssal on Ursa.
Oh.
Mag, honestly, I think Mag might be the MVP of this game. With the snowball saves, the snowball initiations, the Sigil's been microed nicely every fight. He got a lot out of the off lane. Guy's been doing work for the team. Either way, Vega looking really strong right now and looking to just 2-0 Empire.
Yeah.
Your direct TI invites looking very mortal. Granted with the standard, but hey, Vega have one too.
I mean, if there was ever a question, how do we counter the Bloodseeker? It feels like Tusk is pretty damn good. He's got a way to interrupt him from TPing out with a BKB. You can counter Bloodright with your Snowball. You can catch him. It's just incredible. Now No Fear gets jumped on. He doesn't have an Echo Slam anyhow, but taken out. 3 heroes down, no buyback.
Without Shaker, there's just no holding this. They're even going to song to zone these heroes out, but he doesn't actually keep the structures immune. Perfect placement by Solo. Guaranteed second lane of Rax if they want it, but no, they want kills. They're going to leap in for them. Solo glimmering himself around in the middle of the fight. Out comes the Requiem. FN just going blow for blow with Resolution. Who's the boss of mid now? Bitch, says FN, and I'll take him down. 3 heroes fall. I think that FN gets the last laugh on Resolution.
This is close to GG territory. A last laugh indeed. Now they bring down the Bloodseeker. He won't have a buyback. TA will use hers, but it doesn't matter. Resolution calls it. They know that they just can't take this game.
Oh, Jesus, man. Vega, these guys are players.
These guys are players, and FN is a player. This guy, I mean, we've talked about it a couple times, but probably the most shut down we have seen a Shadow Fiend in recent weeks of competitive Dota. The recovery in that game, just unbelievable. And it was a team effort. It was the team fights that really allowed him to come back. Once he got the BKB, he could really stand his ground. The Ursa pick proved to be top-notch here. I mean, Pasha just was unchecked for a lot of it. Just initiated, blowing up supports. Aloha Dance and No Fear both picked on Elysia. Aloha Dance died 12 times, twice as much as most of his teammates. Very